today.
Can I take you?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, thanks again for taking the time to meet with us today. Our friends over at Lightwave mentioned that Acquia could have a potential solution for some of the issues that we're looking to fix with our upcoming web initiatives.
Yes, definitely. Do you mind if I take a couple of notes from you?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
So yeah, we've noticed that Lightwave has talked to us about your current situation. Before we begin, I mean, is it fine if I set a little agenda just so we have 10 minutes, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Yep, just so we can kind of have like a flow of the conversation and all.
Yep.
So basically, I just want to uncover some of the needs of your company.
Yep.
Some of the issues that you're facing that Lightwave has spoke about. And then I want to explain the things that we do at Acquia and how we believe that we can uncover your needs.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So based on the agenda, is anyone would like to be here for decision-making processes?
So right now, I was actually tasked with researching some of these potential solutions for these initiatives. So right now, it'll just be me, and I'll be reporting to my boss who kind of set forth some of these projects.
Okay, so touching base on the decision-making process, it goes from you and then your boss, anyone else after that?
Yep, it would go me to my boss, and he's ultimately going to be the one that'll sign off on this.
Okay. So basically, I'm a big fan of the website. I actually recently went on the website and saw a nice article about the New England Patriots and the recent success they've had.
Nice, yeah, big Pats fan
I'm a
myself.
Big Pats fan.
Yeah.
I go to a lot of the games.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I went to the game against the Jets. Close game.
Close game, yeah. Too close to call.
Yeah. So basically, I understand that you are the leading online sports publication website, and that you've been facing a few issues that Lightwave have told us about. Can you kind of touch base on those issues that you faced?
Yeah, absolutely. So at a high level, SPO.com is, as you said, one of the leading sports news providers on the internet. We average about 500 million page views per month with about 100 million unique visitors per month. Again, we've been a leader for so long, but over the past couple of months, we've noticed our subscriptions have been dropping, our page views have been dropping, clicks and time on site all have been dropping, and we think that this might be due to the fact that a lot of these localized sports news sites are starting to crop up. And as you mentioned, you're a Patriots fan. Some people in the Boston area are going to be going to the more Boston-centric sites, whereas the people in Chicago are going to be going to the Chicago-centric sites, so on and so forth. So we've been kind of a global sports site, for lack of better words, and we're losing out on some of these local sites that are kind of doing more content-centric and more targeted content for their end users. And we're trying to figure out how to solve this problem and kind of increase all those problem areas that I mentioned earlier.
Okay, so basically you're losing subscriptions and page views due to the competing websites like locally.
Yes, that's right.
How does that affect you as a company?
Yeah, so primarily we make money through advertising, and we can increase our costs for ads based on how many unique visitors a month we get, time on site, and clicks per advertisement. That's it at a basic level. We also make some money off of subscriptions and things like that, but our primary revenue stream is through advertising. So as those drop, as the number of page views and unique visitors drops, we lose money. We lose the ability to charge more for those ad spaces. So this is a huge problem for us, and this is something that we're trying to fix immediately.
Okay, definitely sounds like a plan. So basically, advertising is the main source of revenue, and then you say subscriptions.
Yeah, absolutely. Advertising is definitely number one on the list, but subscriptions is obviously important because the more subscribed users that we have, it's a user base that we can then go to those ad agencies and say, here's how many people we have subscribed to our website right now. Those are all potential buyers for you and your business.
Okay. Any other sources of revenue at all, or just basically that's?
Those are the primary.
Okay. Do you have any long-term goals possibly for the company, or even short-term?
Yes. So short-term and long-term are essentially the same thing. We're trying to again get us back to that global leader spot. We don't want to be on the decline. We want to increase page views, time on site, and subscription purchased via the website. Those are our three main goals. If that was a KPI and we were able to increase all of that, my job would be a success, and I could go to my boss and say, we did a good job with this.
Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you say how happy SPO is with basically the amount of page views and unique visitors they have?
Right now, I don't know if I could put a number to it. I mean, we're happy that we have so many, but we're seeing a trend that's negative, and we can't have that. We don't want to continue this trend downward. We want to go back upward, and we want to be that leader. We can't continue to lose out on potential revenue to these localized sports markets that are taking some of our usership away from us.
Definitely. So have you ever heard of Acquia at all?
Just the little bit that Lightwave had mentioned to us, but I understand that you guys might have a product that could possibly help us with some of the issues that we're currently having. So if you could talk a little bit about that, I think that'd be really helpful.
Definitely. So basically here at Acquia, we make organizations come closer to the consumers through the digital world. We specialized a optimization platform called Lift, where we bring we have customers that have their consumers come close to them due to the relevant content that we create. We've noticed that relevance is king with the new digital world that's going on. Back towards where you said the page views that you have been losing. At Acquia Lift, we created a system where it works on machine learning. So as you have unique visitors visiting your site, and they're searching like we talked about the New England Patriots or the Boston area,
Yep.
begins to learn the consumer as a person. Just like if they were to search up LA Lakers or Houston Rockets type of sports things, it'll be able to gear that content towards those people effectively.
So how would it do that? So you mentioned if I was to search for something New England Patriots related, it's going to pop out Boston sports. How is it going to be able to tell who's coming from LA and who's coming from Boston?
Over time, it's able to target the consumers, so it'll know once they are clicking on the site or certain content that they're looking for. Obviously, if you're around that area, you either A, are from there, B, it's just your favorite team, or is just something that interests you as like a favorite player or anything like that. So the system begins to learn the person as like that, as unique visitors and the clicks that they do. So not essentially they know where they're from, but they know what they like to look on the websites and all that. So that would really benefit your company due to the success of the competing websites.
Yep.
I believe that we can bring that up, bring SBO up to par.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's definitely interesting to me. So do you have any, I guess, sort of customer references that might be applicable to this scenario that have used this and actually seen the results that we're trying to achieve?
Of course. We work with a lot of big. That's fine. We work with a lot of big companies like Twitter and the Weather Channel with personalization, but we also worked with Elle Magazine.
Yep.
They had kind of like you guys, where they sell subscriptions and they have advertisements on their site. After implementing our Acquia Lift program, they actually increased their page views by 20% immediately after.
Wow.
So, like you said, if we implement our website into SPO, I'm sure that we can definitely have a lot more viewers onto your site.
That's awesome. That's definitely a pretty powerful statistic. So, I mean, obviously, this isn't a free product, and this isn't something that we actually have budgeted for right now. It is definitely a major concern for us that we need to start driving these numbers back up. But could you talk a little bit about how much the product costs?
Okay. Well, like you said, you don't have anything budgeted for that. We are our own. We are a unique company. We're the only ones that have this sort of system. So not many companies out there are used to having a budget for something like we offer. So it is something new. We like to think of it more as an investment, not as a purchase, because you will have a nice return on investment due to the recent success that your company will have. It costs around, I think it was $10,000 for a product demonstration, and then from there we're able to, depending on what you need as a company, talk numbers from there. But I definitely like to think of it more as a return of investment than a purchase. And
yeah, absolutely. No, that makes sense. Can you maybe talk a little bit more about that? Because I mean, $10,000 is a lot, and if it goes up from there, it's definitely a lot. But how would I be able to, know that if I spend this amount of money, it is going to return X amount of money for me? Because that's, if I have that conceptualized, I could definitely see myself moving forward with this.
Definitely. So basically, like I said with the Elle Magazine.
1 minute left.
Yeah.
So definitely we'd be able to increase your views and all. From this meeting, I mean, it kind of seems like we have some sort of a platform basically set where we kind of notice where Acquia can help SBO. So you mentioned that Pat is next in line for the decision-making processes, so we can talk about a little more of a product demonstration. So if it's fine with you, can we set up a meeting with Pat kind of to do a demonstration?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Pat would definitely be interested in learning a little bit more about this and taking a deeper dive into exactly how this might be an effective product for our company.
How does tomorrow at 2 sound?
That sounds great.
Sounds great?
Perfect.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks again for taking the time to meet with me today.
You as well.